Your weather forecast with meteorologist Brian Ramsey.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. As we take a live look outside right now, you'll see the skies are very gray, some pretty dark clouds out there. These are thunderstorms rolling in the distance. Temperatures right now 82 degrees. We were in the upper 90s, so those temperatures have really plummeted because the rain ran right over the weather thermometer that we currently have at the Baton Rouge Airport, which is why it's 82. But 94 to the west because there's no rain falling in Gross Tet right now, so it's still very hot out there. But other areas that have seen rain are cooler, 81 in Hammond. Other areas that haven't are warmer, 93 in Denham Springs. So rain can often help with the heat, and it looks like we're going to see more heat for tomorrow, but rain could also help with some of that heat, just like it did today. Now, the temperatures that we saw today were pretty hot. We got up to 98 in Baton Rouge. We reached 97 in Gonzales, and we'd still be pretty close to that if it weren't for those showers and storms. But they did pass through from the northwest, and they went from the northeast. Then they passed west-northwest, and as they headed south, they also continue to push south. Even now, we have a really strong line of storms developing just to our north here. Those continuing to push south. So Walker, Denham Springs, Baton Rouge yet again could get some good storm activity here in the next hour thanks to those storms. And the temperatures tonight getting back into the upper to mid 70s. Most of the rain should clear out later tonight, and then tomorrow we're back into the mid 90s. But more storms expected tomorrow, so if once we hit those 90-degree temperatures, it should drop pretty quick once we get some rain. Temperatures across the rest of the region, especially hot out in Texas, 101 for a high in Dallas tomorrow. As for that dew point, it's not improving next week. In fact, it's actually getting worse, back up to that unbearable category once we get to Thursday. And the reason for this is because we're going to see an increase in moisture next week, and that actually will be decreasing our temperatures because rain chances are going to become more widespread and numerous as we go through the week next week. And that's thanks to not just an increase in moisture, but an increase in tropical moisture. So as we take a look at your future track radar, just for tomorrow, you'll see a couple showers and storms developing to our east. Those are going to be tracking westward, and we could see several scattered showers and storms across the area in the afternoon to evening hours tomorrow. And then after that occurs, we're going to have a stalled front coming in from the north, and that's going to clash with that moisture that will be offshore, which could kick up more storms later in the forecast. But take a look at the tropical satellite. You see all this moisture right here? This is going to be heading right here in this little yellow area, and then that stalled front's going to come through, and that could cause some spin in the atmosphere with those thunderstorms, which means we could have a quick spin-up tropical system before it moves into Texas and makes landfall. That could happen in the next 5 days. Right now, the National Hurricane Center giving it a 20% chance of occurring. And then we have a tropical wave out in the open Atlantic. That expecting to head due west has a 60% chance of developing into a tropical depression or storm in the next 5 days, 30% chance of doing so in the next 2 days. The next names, by the way, will be Bonnie and Colin. Now, as we take a look at the next couple of hours, if you do want to get out there tonight, temperatures now cooler, most of you in the 80s, and we're going to remain there for much of the night. We'll get into the 70s only in the late overnight hours. As for a look at your 7-day forecast, you'll see we do have a high of 96 for today, or for tomorrow, but down to 92 on Monday. And that's because the rain chances will be increasing as we go through the day on Monday and Tuesday, and that's because tropical moisture will be increasing. But those temperatures are back in the 80s on Wednesday and Thursday thanks to increasing rain chances. And then it does look like we're back to 90 on Friday, then 94 on Saturday, so that warmer weather is due to only isolated rain chances in that forecast.
Brian, I know that there's lots of rain on the forecast, but it's much needed rain, right?
Yes, it is. We haven't had rain in a while, and you know the one thing about this rain, these temperatures dropping back to right around 90, that's average for this time of year, so we're finally going to get rid of this heat.
Oh, man. And it's been hot out there.
Yes.
Very thankful. Well, thanks, Brian. Still to come tonight, one organization is making it possible for